Good evening, friends. It is Friday, October 31st, 2025, and I wanted to jump on here and do an unboxing. Well, you can see I've opened it here, but I wanted to show you guys my third and final pre-order delivery and for 2026 planners. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in hanging around for, I hope you will grab your planners, grab a drink, and I'm going to jump in here. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Lisa. We are going to do a reveal of a third possibility for my 2026 planner system. I do planner system. I have a faith system. So I did an earlier kind of review of two A6 planners. I do have those on my channel from like a couple days ago. This one is going to be from Just Scribble, and yeah, I'm not gonna hesitate. I'm gonna dive right in. So let's see here. All right, this first package. Let's go ahead and open this baby up. All right, so we got a little freebie envelope. So cute. One of her signature sweet fountain pen stickers. This is super cute. Goals, habits, and plans. And the little washi tape. And all of these are like, they have that, what do you call it? Iridescent or something? And then, of course, we have her really colorful, pretty business card, Just Scribble. And here is everywhere that you can find her. She has her website. She has YouTube and, let's see, Instagram. Yeah. So if you want her website, it's shopjustscribble.com. But it will be linked in my description box below. So I'll go ahead and put these away. So this is going to be in the B6 slim size. This is her monthly Traveler's Notebook insert. So let's open this up. It's beautiful, beautiful colors that she chose. And usually I'm all about like the brighter colors, like can I get this open? You know, pinks and whatever, but okay, I'm gonna get it open. I've already had it open once, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm having a difficult time getting it open this second time here. I'll get it. But anyway, so she has this color here, and it's called Plans. And then it has your 2026 monthly. And it's a really nice, soft, synthetic type cover. You can see here how thick it is. I'm going to kind of move this stuff to the side. Okay, so when you open the monthly Traveler's Notebook, I'm going to see if I can just zoom in a little bit. Okay. It says the one with my plans, and it has like your key or your index. Well, this is for your key actually. So if you want to do some color coding or anything like that, you could do that here. Then you have your 2026 year at a glance, 2027 like pre-planning or forward planning for the first 6 months. And if you have something July through December of 2027, I think, you know, you could probably just pop a sticky note down. Let me just bend that back a little bit. Before we go any further, I absolutely have to put a little bit of lotion on my hands, friends. I was helping my daughter make bookmarks, and the paper just kind of dried my hands out a little bit, so I'm sorry. But what I want to mention while we're on this page with the 2026 yearly overview and then your forward planning for 2027 is the first thing I notice is bold. bold, easy to read, fabulous layout, dark ink. I love that. It was like instant gratification when I saw this bold color in the ink. So I was very happy to see that. Then you have your perpetual calendar or your vertical. You could do a million different things with this. Most folks that are going to watch this video are not new. So as I had mentioned in my A6 2026 planner review, this particular, you could put birthdays in here. You could put anniversaries. You could do PTO time. You could track your weight. You could track exercise, whatever. I mean, there's a million things you could do here. You could track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things here, but she already has trackers built into her system. So, this might be nice for, to do birthdays and things like that throughout the year, or PTO time and so forth. If you're going to use this in conjunction with a faith binder setup, you could put your scripture writing plan for the year. You could write that in here. And then here you have annual goals. So there's places for 8 different goals. And then you can sit here, you can just list out your steps to complete those goals. And if you don't want to use it for goals, you can white this out and you can use these for, whatever you like. It could be some type of, you could use it for photos. You could use it for, you could cover the whole page up with a printable if you wanted to use it for something else. It's just that flexible of a system here. Then you have 2 blank grid pages. And then you have this blank page, no grid on the left, and it goes into your January kind of like preview or overview, whatever you want to call it here. It has 3 boxes up here. The rest is a grid page. So maybe you want to use this for expense tracking, or maybe you want to use it for, if you're just a monthly planner, maybe you want to use this for a perpetual, like just a continuing grocery list, to-do list, things that you need to get done through the month that are not day specific. There's just so many things you could use this page for. And I do appreciate the extra space that she gives you in this monthly booklet. So then we go into January, and instantly again, I love not only the font is fabulous. I love the size of the font. I love the boldness of the font. I love the size of the squares. There is nothing about this that I dislike. Not one thing. I love everything about this booklet so far. So then you go and you have your January recap, and you have your February preview or overview, whatever you want to call it. So I think she calls it preview. Recap and preview maybe. Down here you have 3 squares, and maybe you want to list like your progress through your goals here. Sometimes, like similar to my Wonderland 222, this recap or review page you could use for a memory keeper. You could, if you had birthday celebrations, anniversary celebrations throughout the month, you could use this for photos. Again, your February, we went over that kind of with the January page. You could use this for just about anything. Now, if you didn't want to do a monthly recap, let's say you only wanted to do a monthly dashboard, you could white out the January recap. You could even leave February if you wanted, or white that out. You could lay down some washi tape and do an entire 2-page spread for a monthly like dashboard type setup. It just depends on obviously how you're using your planner, if you need a review page and so forth. So it's just an idea, which I think I shared on the Wonderland 222 review as well. So again, this is going to be the same all the way through 2026. So it is January through December. And then there is your December recap. And then you have, I think 18 pages, if I'm not mistaken, thereabouts, 17 pages of extra grid notes. So if you needed an extra, let's say you're just a monthly planner and you needed some extra space, you have more than enough to do another page per month for any kind of notes that you need to jot down, or anything like that. So I do appreciate all the extra space in this monthly booklet. It is thin. It is, it has this fabulous, narrow, little tiny footprint. If this is all you wanted to carry, you could, maybe find a clear cover to put over it. And I mean, it's tiny, but it packs a punch. There's so much you could do with just this monthly booklet. So I'm highly impressed with that. And I'm going to pop that back. In the plastic here. Actually, I could just do that after the video. Okay, now we also got some blotter paper in the B6 Slim size. I do have some fountain pens. I have some fountain pens. Now, let me actually just take a quick second sidestep here and show you my fountain pens. I have a Moon Man, which is like your Pilot knockoff, your whatever they call it. I don't know. If you're a fountain pen person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I have that, and then I have all these different Kavecos, and they have the respective ink colors inside. So yeah, I have, this is like my little tiny collection of fountain pens. So yeah, I like that she includes this. I appreciate that added touch. Now, to go with that monthly, we have a quarterly undated. This is not a typical TN insert. This is actually a book bound, which I will be very honest and say I did not read that on the website. It is a very plain as day on the website that it is a book bound. Even when it says B6 Slim and then it says standard TN, it does not say B6 Slim TN on the website for these quarterlies. For some reason, I was thinking it was a Traveler's Notebook insert. Now, a half-year Stalogy is about this thick, maybe just a little bit. This is a little bit thicker than a half-year Stalogy. And I put this on a TN string in my B6 Slim Traveler's Notebook without any issues at all. And at first I was like, oh no, it's not a Traveler's Notebook insert. But I went into my TN today and I actually put it in the Traveler's Notebook, and it fit in fabulously. So let's just go ahead and open this up. These babies are packed well, can I just say? And I will say she packaged them very well also. Lots of protection and a bubble bag. So this is called Plans Quarterly Undated, designed by Just Scribble. And in case I didn't mention it, the back here also says designed by Just Scribble. So this is going to be a different color. She has a different color scheme for her different books. But look how beautifully they pair. Isn't that so nice? Okay, so in the quarterly book, if you're anything like me, let me just say that my monthlies have to be together. If I'm in a planner, my monthlies have to be together. To have my quarterlies, which is like my weekly spread and my daily, to be separate by quarter and on the shelf after the first quarter, after the second quarter, and so on, I don't think I really have a problem with that. I've never done that before. But I don't think that would be an issue because I will make sure that all my appointments and everything that I would probably look back on like if I'm out at an appointment, I need to look back at something, I'm going to jump to the monthly versus the weekly or the daily. And then if I needed more details, I could just pop off another quarterly book off the shelf to go back in and look at details from my day or something if I deemed that necessary. So you have this really nice interior, and then you have this page here, the one with my plans, and again another key here. Then you have the 2-page blank grid, and then you have now, I don't know if I mentioned, this is undated. You can start this anytime, you know, but it is undated. So for those of us who love to do the creative aspect of planning, I love the dated monthly. I don't mind at all that this quarterly is undated, because that is part of my creative outlet, is setting up that planner, those dailies and those weeklies, and putting those dates in and the day stickers and all of that stuff. So I don't mind that at all. And I love that you can start it any time you want throughout the year. So this would be basically like for your first week, or I'm sorry, no, this goes into your quarter. Okay, so I'm sorry, this is so new, but this is going to be like a preview page for your first quarter, I believe. And when you go on her website, if this interests you, you go on your website, she will list out the layout and what everything is titled on her website. So like, don't quote me. I could be saying like what everything is called here. But so you have this page. So it's like a preview for your first quarter. And then you have a blank page, and you have your first quarter perpetual. Then you go into your goals, your quarterly goals. Then you go into your tracker, and each one of these books has, did I miss something? 1, 2, 3. Each one of these books has 3 months of tracking. So you have, let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8. You have 14 spots here for 14 lines. And then you have the grid area here if you want to do line graph tracking, like a sleep tracker, like a lot of people do. So, and not only does she give you the daily tracking, but if you have things on your to-do list that are weekly, she also includes a weekly here. So, you know, that's something that is extra. You don't normally see that. I mean, maybe there's a printable out there that has that. I have not personally seen that. So I appreciate that attention to detail for sure. Then you have your 3rd month tracker, and then the rest is a grid at the bottom. So extra space. Then you go into your first quarterly. So again, you'll have to date these. And I have lots of date stickers and things like that, but I also have some sterling ink, and I think I showed this in my A6 planner if there was something that I needed to set up. Like, I have a whole bunch of these sterling ink date packets that I can use. So I should be really good to go if I decide to use this system. What I would use this for here is I would track YouTube here, and I would track my business tasks here, just like I do in my my Wonderland 222. I will show you, like here in this calendar, I track my YouTube subscriber count and like when I post videos. And then over here, I track my work tasks. If you are not new here, you've seen this before. Very kind of similar thought process for this, except for, of course, this book is undated. Now, I believe the Wonderland 222 also offers an undated, but she does not offer a B6 Slim system at all. So just FYI. So that's what I'd use. I would track my YouTube channel here. I would track my work here. And then you go into, let me see something. I just want to, okay, so that's your tracking and your quarterly calendar. Then you go into another blank page, another like preview page, 2 blank pages, and then you go into your first week. So every week is going to be a week on 2 pages. You have a horizontal here. And if you felt like you needed the entirety of this page, you could very easily take a pencil and, you know, continue this line all the way across, or, you know, however you want to use it. She has kind of made it sections in case this is all you need really to be planning or set appointments in. You could use this entire half for something else. She has a focus right here for the week, a list for priorities. And then this is going to be a checklist. If you can see, I hope that that's clear. So you have like a checklist here, and then you have grid area here. Then you have another small weekly tracker right here. And when I was looking at this planner online, my thought process for this page was I would do a scripture of the week, a Bible verse of the week. And then on this particular tracker, I may track my cleaning, my house cleaning, and my tasks around the house, because I can easily almost kind of fill this up a bit. I mean, I could put my cleaning here too. But one thing I know is if I didn't want to use this particular tracker, I could easily cover this with a functional kind of sticker and fill it in with something else. This right here, I would use to track my meals for the week. I would do my grocery list here. I would do like a to-do list here, or a to-do list up here. This might generally be enough lines, because you have actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines for priorities. You know, so just depending on how much space you need, you have up to, you know, 6 items that you can put on a priority list. And up here, there's just like a little empty space above the day of the week where you could put your date dot. And then you have a blank page. On this page, you could use it for a weekly brain dump. You could use it, if you're a doodler, you could doodle. If you, oh my gosh, there's just, the options are endless for all of these additional blank pages that you have in this planner. Some of these blank pages for the quarter you can use as lists. You can do pen tests. You can do a brain dump. It's just endless. It's everybody's planner serves different purposes depending on your lifestyle. So, you know, if you can't come up with something to do on this blank page, doodle, color, do whatever you want to do. So then you have Monday is always going to be on the right, because you're going to have that equal amount of days with this blank page. So then you have a 7 to 10 timeline if you need a timeline. So you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then it starts over with your week on the left, and then your like weekly dashboard on the right. Maybe, you know, maybe this space here isn't enough for your notes for the week, or your to-dos, or things that are not day specific. And, you know, that could be something that you would use this extra grid page for, you know. I just definitely appreciate all of the extra space that she gives in this planner. And every book, I believe, has 5 weeks in it. And then in the back, you have $13 extra grid pages, if I counted right. And this here says to be continued to the next quarterly book. So you actually have a blank page here and a blank page here. So 13 grid and a couple blank that you could utilize if needed. These pages in the back would be great for memory keeping even. You know, if you have birthdays or things that you celebrate, or maybe a vacation during that particular quarter, you could do all your vacation journaling and pictures and things on these pages. Truly just so much that you can utilize. I mean, this is 3 months worth. I mean, that is so much space, and it is sewn. It's a sewn binding. So, I mean, truly with just a little bit of a press, a few places in the book, it's lined so nicely. that was probably one of my first concerns when I saw that it was a bound book and I knew it wasn't Tomoe River paper. I just thought, is that going to lay flat? And in fact, my sister ordered also the system, and she got hers yesterday, and that was the first text I sent her. I said, does it lay flat? Because I love the lay flat binding, so I appreciate that. Okay, so then we've got the monthly and we've got the quarterly. You can buy these quarterly books one, or you can buy them in a grouping of 4 for the year. I purchased 4. I purchased the group of 4. Yeah, I mean, what's funny is I knew I was going to order 3 different planners for a pre-order. But I also knew that that's just me. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to order the whole set. I'm just going to order the whole set, because I figured if I don't use this for my everyday planning, this is something I could easily use for my daily Bible study. I could easily incorporate this into a Bible study. The way I'm really impressed with this for an everyday planner. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to utilize one of these books for November and December. Even though it's a 3-month book, I think I'm going to utilize it for November and December. And by the time, December rolls around, I think I will know whether or not this is going to be a great fit for me for 2026. And I can just order a single book to make up my full year. Yeah, that's kind of my thought process on that. I also ordered, at the time I placed my pre-order, I also ordered one of her TN B6 Slim inserts. And I think this is a Tomoe River paper. So I got this with this order today, but I had already ordered a couple months ago. I ordered 3 of these, and I have been using one for my morning thoughts and journaling for the last month, and I have absolutely loved it. So in a traveler's notebook, I will definitely keep an extra one of these TN inserts for just general notes, scribbling down if I'm somewhere and it's not necessarily something I want in my planner, but I want to jot it down. I can always use this. And I love the B6 Slim size. But let me just kind of show you guys. Let me just take that back out of its package. So you have, these colors are just really fabulous together. And my Jaja from Planner Perfect this is one of my B6 Slim TNs. And how fabulous are those colors with that, right? And I also have this Planner Perfect B6 Slim in Ruby, which I might use for December. And this one is the Everyday Organized. So it has your little pocket here, 4 strings, and a notepad, where my Jaja is the Out and About. So it actually has all these pockets on the front and the back. These are all credit card pockets, so you could use this, double it up for a wallet if you wanted to. It has a zipper pocket here for cash or whatever you want to use. And then it has this pocket in the back. So I have 2 B6 Slim TNs that I could use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how this quarterly book fits in my traveler's notebook. So let me move all these goodies to the side. So we're going to go to about page 95, which I think is about half. And I'm going to slide it in here. So let me just kind of back up. This is a Sterling Ink B6 Slim 2025 monthly. I had purchased this. I never used it. So I dug it out and I set up November and December when I decided that I was going to try this Just Scribble system for the last 2 months of the year to make sure that that is what I wanted to do. I've been trying the A6 size for the last August, September, for 3 months. So I'm going to do the B6 Slim size for 2 months. And so I went ahead and set up November and December for the last 2 months of the year. And then this is the TN insert from Just Scribble I told you that I was already using for my daily use, morning thoughts and journaling. And then back here is just it's a it's a Chic Sparrow B6 Slim dashboard cover, but I have turned it into a Post-it note like booklet. I have printed I had some B6 Slim lined Tomoe River paper printed. So I just put different Post-its on all of these pages because I use Post-its in my Bible. And I've been using this, like I have a scripture writing booklet that I've had in here. So I just, and then I have my Mr. Pen to write on the transparent sticky notes. So that's what I've been using this for. So this is how it fits. So you have your monthly, you have the quarterly book. I have another TN insert, and then I have this, this dashboard full of Post-it notes in here. I have my high-tech Coletto C 4-color pen, and then my Mr. Pen here. And I thought maybe for November and December I would, well, maybe for November I'm going to try it. And I'm going to maybe put all my wallet stuff in here. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. I love my wallet, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. But I could if I wanted to. Otherwise, I can just fill these pockets with stickers and little journaling cards and just dress it up. It's kind of got some stuff on it right now. I've been using it a lot. But yeah, so that's what I thought I would do for November and December. Tomorrow, my sister and I are going to have a planning session, and we are going to just brainstorm on how we want to set up some of these pages in this new quarterly book. At least that's the plan. I think that's the plan. And we're probably going to set up the first week or so in this book. So if we end up doing that, I will come back with another video in a few days, and I will show you how I set that up. So I did upload, 2 days ago, I uploaded my 2A6 2026 planner, like kind of comparison review, which is Wonderland 222 A6, and then the Perfective Paper A6. So that's on my channel. I have a Hobonichi Weeks, my weekly Hobonichi Weeks video I'm going to be publishing here shortly, and then this video will go up. I will not be setting up the Wonderland this week because I think I'm going to set this up unless something were to change between now and tomorrow. I plan to set this up for the first week. And then I will come back and I'll kind of let you know how I did that and how it looks. But again, I'm going to list all the links for Just Scribble in the description box. I'll put the links for the monthly, I'll put links for the quarterly books and the Traveler's Notebook inserts for B6 Slim. But do know that if you are a standard TN person, she offers that in B6 Slim and standard size also. So look how fabulous that's going to look together if I go with this system with my Jaja, all those browns. But this will really look beautiful in my ruby too. Either way, it'll be really nice. So, but yeah, this is, I am, you know, at first look today, I was very, very pleased with the quality. I was pleased with the layout. I was thrilled with the font and the colors, the boldness. And I know that as the weeks go by, I may change it up a little bit while I'm trying this system out. But I will keep you guys posted as I, do this each week, and I'm going to be continuing to post a video. After this weekend, if I do in fact move into this for November and December, then each week you will see a setup video in the Just Scribble B6 Slim through the next couple months. Yeah, so keep an eye out for those videos. Again, if you have any questions at all, let me know. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Yeah, and go check out her website. She has some beautiful things on her website, and I'm sure if you reach out to her, she has a YouTube channel. She has her Instagram. And in fact, I'll probably go ahead and link her YouTube channel down below so that if you want to go and watch her videos about her system, nobody's going to explain it better than she will. So, if I'm not mistaken, I believe her name is Siobhan, but if I am mistaken on that, I do apologize, but I'm going to link her YouTube channel. Go check out her YouTube channel, all of her videos for her planner system. She has B6s, she has some A5, she has A6, she has lots of different options, not just, the B6 Slimmer Standard. So go check it out. And yeah, I'm really excited to maybe dive into this for a little while and see how I love it. And I thank you guys so much for clicking on the video. If you're returning, I don't think I said thank you. And again, welcome if you're new. Hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.